Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, Lord.
Hi.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, my
Hey,
sisters.
happy Saturday. Happy Mother's Day Eve. How's everybody? How all the moms doing in the house?
Wonderful,
You're doing great.
wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank
Great.
you.
How are you, my sister?
I'm doing great. Just can't wait for tomorrow. Can't wait for, you want all the surprises. What's going to happen? We don't know. You know,
Oh,
we love when our wonderful, wonderful, beautiful children, we're proud of them all year, but we're even more proud of them on Mother's Day.
and
Yeah,
when they show
yeah,
up.
yeah. When they show up, right? Good gifts.
Big gifts. Yeah. Good food, all that good stuff. Yes. So, how's everybody doing today? So
I'm doing
far.
great.
Really, really good. I cannot complain, Linda. Thank you for asking.
That is so good. How's Mama doing? Because
She's doing
Mama
better.
Bell, we're going to shout her out, Mama
Mhm.
Bell, we love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Just
Yes,
want to
we love
send love
Mama.
and hugs to you.
Yes,
Get well soon.
yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Mm-hmm. For
she's
sure.
doing well. There's nothing like prayers, honey. I
Yeah,
Yep,
tell
that's
you.
right.
we're gonna keep Ma Bell in our prayers because
Yes,
she's
yes.
the
And
she's
guess
the
what? Mommy's
what?
going to be celebrating her 91st birthday on the
Oh, see
25th.
there? That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
91. I
Ooh,
remember
Yeah,
good.
celebrating her 90th birthday, so I know. So we
yeah.
praying, hey, 91, that is awesome. I pray to God that I live to be 91. I want to be there so bad.
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
really want to be a centennial. I want 100.
Yes.
Yes, for sure.
Yes, and with health and wellness on our side, okay?
Yeah.
You can't go wrong.
We got to get it right. If we don't have it right yet, it's time to get it right for the if we need 20 to 30 more years.
Right.
Okay.
If
Hey,
we
let's
Mm-hmm.
give
need
a
at
shout
least
out,
20 more
Linda.
years.
Linda, let's shout out Denise Petway. Thank you. And Janice Leak. Hi,
Hey
Janice.
Janice, how you
Hey,
doing?
Denise.
That's
Hi.
our girls. And
Hi,
Denise, how you
Denise.
doing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
hey.
yeah. All the girls are in the house, all the mothers in the house. Happy Mother's Day. Yes,
Oh,
wishing you
thank
all, isn't it?
you.
This is just for you. And this is
Oh,
from us and Dante. Isn't that
hey,
beautiful?
Dante.
Yes,
Thank
that's
you.
beautiful.
Dante. Oh,
Yeah,
this is
that's
still
nice.
blooming. Oh, that is so pretty.
That is
Thank
pretty.
you,
Mm.
Dante.
Yeah,
All
thank you,
right.
Dante.
Well, our mother,
That's our child. Okay.
that's
Yeah.
that is our child. That's my
Yeah.
number one grandson. I only have one. And so he
Okay.
is number one.
Yeah.
Thank you, God.
Mhm.
And and we have our very own mother here, Dr. Kathy Muhammad. How you doing today?
Hey,
Yeah.
hello. I'm doing
Woo!
great. Yeah, hey, Dr. Kathy, mom. I'm doing
Yeah,
good.
actress extraordinaire. I mean,
Yeah.
our sisters, they are everything. We need that song, I Am Every Woman.
Yeah.
I'm every woman.
Go ahead,
Because
Linda.
that's
Sing it.
that's who we are.
Only.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope we don't have to pay for that. But
Yeah.
that's all I'm gonna give you.
Yeah. I want to shout out Brenda Mayberry. She's on the line as well. So Brenda
Yeah.
Okay.
Mayberry, yeah, she's
Hi,
great.
Hey
Brenda.
Brenda.
She's great.
Yes. How you
Yeah.
Thank you
doing?
for
Happy
joining us.
Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
And shout out to Brenda because this is Brenda's first year celebrating Mother's Day without her mom.
Oh, thank
Oh,
Yeah.
you,
well,
God,
Brenda,
So,
we're
for
here with you,
love.
honey.
yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
She's
Sylvia. Good
watching you,
morning.
that's for
Good
sure. Hey,
afternoon.
Sylvia.
Hey,
Happy
Sylvia.
Mother's Day. And we
Mhm.
know that our very own sisters, 4Sisters Network sisters are out there. They're everywhere.
Yeah,
So
everywhere.
as you can see, it's only 3 sisters, but there's a silent sister with us. And you know, we know our very own Wyoming Paris, Dr. Wyoming Paris, and her play Chocolate City is at the Lincoln
Yes,
Theater.
yes,
So
yes.
we know she's recouping and getting ready for
Yeah.
tonight, and
Yes.
I'll be there tonight to see the show.
I
So
know, I
I hope
know, I
I
know.
hope you all will be there to see our sister. So our sisters, our mothers are doing it. And we have Charlene. We don't know where Charlene is.
Charlene is around the world.
Yeah.
Charlene is somewhere in the air around the world, and we know that. But we do know Charlene is the mother of the year in
Yay,
Maryland. So
That's
Charlene.
right.
yay! Yeah.
Woo.
And look, I can't even find my horn, but I got my clapper. Okay.
Mhm.
But yes, congratulations, Charlene. And we have some other mothers. that we want we'll see, Dr. Tashika, Dr. Tashika Green. We want to say congratulations to her. She's running for super mom, and we're gonna keep at. That's what we're gonna vote on. Vote for super mom.
Mm-hmm.
She is a super mom.
She is.
Well, look what Lonnie is saying. Lonnie is wishing all of us a happy Mother's Day. Thank you, Lonnie.
Well,
thank you for always supporting us.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And Wyoming's mom was right on there too, saying,
"Oh yes,
hey,
you can't miss mom.
That's our other mother.
That's
yes,
our other mother of
mom.
Sister Network. Yes, happy
Mama Satcher.
Happy Mother's Day. Mother
Mm-hmm.
Satcher. Yes. Keep her in your prayers as she's getting stronger and stronger every single day.
She
and not to mention the pie lady, our sister Tempe is taking care of her. So happy Mother's Day to Tempe.
Yes.
Hey, look, you know what's keeping Mama alive are those pies, right?
Those pies. She's walking to that table. You should see her walking to that table to get that pie. She's doing better and better. I'm so proud of her and all of our moms and all of our moms that have left us. We thank God for them.
Yeah.
And I have just a little short poem just to read. And it's called A Mother's Love. No gift on earth is greater, no treasure held above the joy that comes from knowing a mother's endless love. In spite of how it's tested, it grows from year to year, providing strength and comfort. It gently draws us near. It warms, it protects us and guides us from afar, shedding light upon us like a bright and shiny star. And when all things are measured, not one shall rise above or be compared in value to a mother's endless love. And that poem is by Jeannie Graveland. So I just want to send that out to all of our mothers, grandmothers, sister mothers, mothers who take care in place of mothers, our love mothers,
stepmothers like me.
Stepmothers, bonus mothers, whatever you call them, just call them mom, call them mother. And that's who we are dedicating our show. Yay! The real MVP. You're right. Real MVPs. That's right. Thank you.
That's right. For real.
Thank you. Okay. Well, let's get the show on the road. Did I forget any of them? All of our mothers that's tuned in today. And I'm inviting you, please go on, share, hit thumbs up, all of those, things that you do on the internet. I'm one of them old moms. So I'm just going to tell you, what to do. If you don't know, ask your grandma, ask your grandson, grandmother, or your mom, because Erica, she found this for me today. We need we need our sons to help us. So
we do.
Please forgive us if we don't understand. We're trying to keep up with you guys. It's hard sometimes to keep up with you all. We're like 50 years behind you. Just please be patient with us. Okay. Okay, Peggy, you got our birthdays?
I sure do. I'm so excited about birthdays. You know how I am. Those things are real. Okay?
Yeah, they are.
And let me shout out first my first sister who's celebrating a birthday.
Okay.
And that would be let's say, because we got several of them. Christine Jackson. There you go, Christine. Hey, Christine.
Yay, Christine.
Happy birthday. I know we are a little behind. I think your birthday was on the 5th.
That's okay.
But happy birthday. And then I want to, this woman here, Linda Lewis. Linda just came off of the Tom Joyner cruise, so she's still celebrating. Okay.
All right. Go ahead, sis. Hey, that's on our bucket list too. Yes.
And then this is my adopted daughter, Gina.
Beautiful.
Gina will be celebrating her birthday. This week. Okay.
Happy birthday,
and
Gina.
Also, finally, I want to shout out another sister.
Oh, yeah.
Sylvia Garrett. Sylvia is going to be celebrating her birthday on the 12th.
Hey, Sylvia.
And then finally, I want to showcase another sister, and this is Lynette Cosby. Happy birthday, my sisters.
Happy birthday.
Lynette.
Happy birthday.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
I like to shout out my husband. His birthday was yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. And I like you. I love birthdays too. And so I said, Ali, I said, okay, it's your birthday. He said, well, it's just another day. I said, oh, Lord. I said, well, just go ahead and eat your cake now then. Eat your cake.
It's a special day. It is.
Yeah, but my children last night, I have like 5. So 2 out of 5 took my husband and I out last night to celebrate his birthday and then early Mother's Day. Because sometimes on Sundays, it's hard to get reservations.
Yeah.
We celebrate. So
this time of the year.
Yeah, love my children. Love them all.
We love them. And we love them all.
Well, we're going to spend the day with Mommy tomorrow.
Okay. Great.
As you know, she's in the hospital, so
yes,
we're going to love up on her just as well. Okay.
Absolutely.
That's right. Can't stop the love.
Yes.
So,
thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you. So next on our agenda are hot picks. Got any hot picks today?
Yes, we do. You know what? It's so much going on in our community, and we're blessed.
Yes.
That things are happening despite, what we went through with the pandemic where we could not go out. But there are some things that are happening. Let me share with you the first thing that I do have. It's Tots for Teens. If you ever experienced Tots for Teen, it's going to be held May 18th, next Saturday, really.
Saturday, yes.
From 10 to 4. This event is free, and it's targeted to our young babies and our teenagers. Yeah. So if you have any young kids or teenagers, bring them to this event. They have so much opportunities for our young people to learn and gain. And they also give away free food. So that's a plus.
Oh,
yeah.
It's going to be at the Sports and Learning Complex. And again, it's from 10 to 4 p.m.
Bring your grocery bags.
That's right. I'm telling you.
Good food, good groceries, stuff you could cook the next day.
That's right. That's right. Let me bring this one on as well. On the 17th, I mentioned about my adopted daughter, Gina. She is opening up her second location, which is the live scan and fingerprinting business. Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes, it's going to be in Waldorf, Maryland, 11705 Berry Road, Suite 201. Come out. This is a wonderful celebration. Let the sisters know she's loved. And I'm just excited. I just can't wait. Okay.
Yes.
Me too.
This is another event that's coming up. If you know anything about me and the Bi-County Business Roundtable, that's our partner. And if you're a business owner, you need to be in the room. Okay.
Yes.
It's going to be held. This is a breakfast that they do every month on the third Monday. It's May the 20th. And it's going to be at the Homewood Suites in Largo. Okay. And the topic is how to do business with and the importance of the DEI in the workplace. All right,
okay. And we definitely want to support that, because if you're a business owner, if you want to be a business owner, that is the place to be.
You have to be in the room.
You have to be in the room. You can't be shy. You just got to be in the room.
And if you know anything about us, we know the power of networking.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Very good place to be. Now, Kathy, this one is yours. Let me share this one for you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Dr. Florence Champagne is having a mental health event as a part of Mental Health Awareness Month. It's going to be light refreshments, and we're going to get information on how mental health conditions make a difference in your total body too. So
yes,
right. Counseling services and techniques. And that's going to happen on May 21st. So that's on a Tuesday, May 21st at 11:30 a.m. And that is going to be located at 5000 Lennondale Lane. And that's in Suitland, Maryland. We're going to have light refreshments, and we're going to have Mrs. Turner talk about mental health and how we can conquer.
Wonderful.
Yes, this is Mental Health Awareness Month. So this is what we're going to be talking about today, our mental health, because, You know, there's so much going on. We want to definitely want to support this, our sister, on this, because, and take your family and your friends, your sorority, tell them all about this event, because everybody is going through some type of mental, what's the word? We're just going through.
That's it. That's the word.
You know, we don't even know that we're mentally challenged at this point. You know, it's like, it's not no stigma. It's the fact that we have so much on our minds. We're doing so much. We have so much bad news. We need some more good news. So focus on the good news. Turn off that bad news at night before you go to bed. Turn on something that makes you happy before you go to bed.
Yeah.
You don't want to wake up with that bad, because you're going to wake up with some more bad news. So don't even turn it on.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, turn on some music, you know, turn on your gospel, turn on anything that makes you feel good in the morning.
Oh, get with your friends.
Let me talk about this event.
Yeah.
I use this as my mental break.
Okay.
The POW Networking Conference. And you know, we've been doing this for this is our 23rd year.
Yes.
Wow.
Being there with Dr. Frazier. And I am so happy. The conference is now leaving Houston, Texas, and headed to Charlotte, North Carolina.
Nice.
Yes. So come and join us July 10th through 13th. We will be there to celebrate. And if you want a break from all of the negativity, and be around some positive people and all the love that they give out at this conference, this is a one of a kind for us.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm talking about.
You don't want to miss it.
I got you.
You don't want to miss it.
You want to bring your teenage sons and daughters as well, you know, because there will be conferences just for them there.
Yes, exactly.
We focus on they are our future.
Yes, indeed.
They are.
So to my sister, Janice Leak, I hope you're tuned in. And we hope to see you there.
Yes, Janice has got to be there. She
got to be in the room, honey.
Got to be in the room.
That's all I have, Kathy and Linda.
Okay. Well,
I was going to say, you talk about Janice, the Rainmaker.
Rainmaker. Yeah, Janice, the Rainmaker. She makes it rain, guys.
That's right.
You want to listen to whatever Janice is up to, because
that's right.
Make it rain, y'all.
Yes, make it rain every time.
Girl, that is our girl. Yeah. Well, we're going to go into our program for today. We're talking about health and wellness, and we're talking about the mental today, mental awareness. And we have with us a young lady that we met at another event. I think we met Sister Shar at Woods.
Sure
Woods. We met her at that event last year. And since then, she has her own program, her own platform, which she's had for years, but she has a new one, and that we have to support her as well. So I wanted to bring her on to give us. She's let me read a little bit about her. She says she's the secretary of Crofton Toastmasters, and committed to every first and third Saturdays on duty. In other words, the time, and she was just giving me some information, but we know we have just started a Toastmasters, so I wanted to make sure we knew that. But she has been under Dr. Ayana Van Zandt for years as well. And she's going to tell you a little bit about herself, because I'm not going to read all of this. I want to bring her on. This is her moment. But it's what let you all know she's Toastmasters, y'all, because I know we have our own. We just started our Toastmasters organization.
Exactly.
So we are in the house with a sister who's been in Toastmasters, and she has other organizations, and she's going to tell us about her organizations. And I bring to you now Miss Shar. Oh yeah, that's right. There you go. Shar, the coach. How you doing? Begin Again Academy CEO. How you doing, Coach Shar? Open your mic.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And happy Mother's Day, ladies. Happy Mother's Day weekend.
Happy Mother's Day to you.
Happy Mother's Day to you. Well, We finally got you back. We're so happy to have you in the house at a time like this. With these times go on and on and on. Shar, I know you gave me your bio, but just kind of capsulize. Just give us a little bit about you, because I love hearing you talk about it.
Amen. Good morning, everybody. My name is Coach Shar. I am a certified Kingdom Grief Life Coach. I help my clients to reset, heal, and begin again after loss. It can be the loss of a loved one or the loss of direction or purpose. I do this through my Healing Academy and one-on-one coaching sessions, and my clients come out ready to put the joy back into their lives.
I love it.
That's what I'm talking
I
about.
love it.
Put it back. Put it back.
Put it
us
back
together again.
Yeah.
Amen. It can happen. It happened for me. I was my first client. Amen.
See,
Amen.
That's right.
That
Tell
is
us
so
about it.
beautiful to use yourself as a true example of what folks go through. So you know from the heart what it's like to lose someone.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. My very best friend, I lost in 2009, and she wasn't just my best friend. She was my sister in Christ, my ministry partner. We did everything together. And when I lost her, I thought that I lost my purpose and I lost my voice. And I've been getting it back through Toastmasters. And that's a part of my healing journey and reaching self-actualization and walking in my healing is doing things that I stopped doing when I was hurting. So I've come a long way on my healing journey, and I'm excited about it. I've been growing. My misery became my ministry, and I didn't know that.
That is
Beautiful.
You
Beautiful.
never know what's going to turn you around.
No, you don't.
And help you go forward. That's what's so important. We all go through, and really it's our journey. And so those are the twists and turns of our journey. So, we have to learn as we go along the way. I'm learning that myself I'm learning as I go, because my whole life is changing this year from last year. So
Exactly, Linda.
Yes. So Shar, tell us about what you're doing now.
Well, what I'm doing now is I'm finishing season 2 of my podcast. And I believe the last time I was on here, I was just starting my podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm finishing season 2 now. I'm excited about that. And I'm also preparing to restart my Begin Again Academy because I've been down for a little while, but I just hired a sales and marketing team. And I'm working with a team now versus just working by myself. So I'm looking forward to a lot of growth. I'm looking forward to getting my first training manual published. I just sent the manuscript off yesterday to the publisher. So I'm excited about that.
Oh, you're not playing, huh?
I'm not playing. I've been in education for over 20 years, and I want to quit my job and do what I love full time. Even though I love being in education and working with kids, God is calling me higher, and I'm ready to accept the call.
All right. That's great.
That is awesome. Tell us about your, you went to the inner healing with Dr. Ayana. Tell us, how was that? Give us how that helped you out along the way.
Okay. First, let me say that what led me there was my best friend passing in 2009. And I was depressed for 10 years and didn't know it from 2009 to 2019. And there was a situation where I had got drunk at a restaurant down the street from my house. And I had to call my 16-year-old daughter to come and pick me up. And when she came to pick me up, I was just, I was in my mind, I was like, I got to get help because this is not going to work. And when I decided I was going to get help, I had noticed this flyer that came across Facebook, and it said Intervision's Institute of Spiritual Development accepting applications now. And I realized that was a Yana Van Zant school. And when I saw that invitation, I had completed the application and went through the application process to become a student, and I was approved to become a student. It was a long process. She does a lot of, gets a lot of background and history on people. She does interviews. It's a process to be in that program, but nevertheless, I got approved for that program. And being in that program, I didn't realize I went to get healed. I didn't necessarily go to be a life coach, but she puts it as it's a program that's it's dual, because she teaches you how to heal yourself, but you also help to heal your classmates. And that's how it worked. But it was a 2-year process. And when I tell you that the healing became a lifestyle, even in the summer, it was nonstop. Healing became a lifestyle. So I've gone through that process with the celebrity life coach and with her people who are very, very hard on us, and they hold us accountable for everything. And I saw a lot of people drop out of their healing process because they didn't want to be vulnerable and they didn't want to touch those places of their pain. And that's where I get to the fact where we have to stop coping and we have to start healing. For example, I still deal with anxiety, but guess what? This is a coping skill. I have my candle. It helps me to calm down. It helps me to center. I have my incense here, but I have my aromatherapy in the background because it helps me to calm down. I'm drinking my tea, my moringa tea this morning. Why? Because it helps me to calm down. So these are coping skills, but guess what? This coping skill does nothing for, what is really triggering me. For example, for if I'm not feeling I'm not good enough, I have to know why I don't feel that I'm not good enough. I have to know why I feel that I feel I'm invisible. So I have to get into processing my feelings and healing, because coping is temporary, but healing gets you growth and transformation. And we got to stop this coping skill is not going to save me. It's not going to reveal what is going on the inside of me. So we got to understand the difference between coping skills and healing. You need to get your mind examined. You need some professional help.
Yes.
We got to take that Band-Aid off, and we have to get vulnerable, and we have to start healing by understanding what is going on in our soul. What are we doing with our thoughts, our feelings, our actions? What are we doing? Where is that really coming from? So I just wanted to say that, because that's something that I learned from my healing program, is that we got to stop coping and we got to start healing. And too many people are coping. I went to a sip and see yesterday at my job. This is a coping skill. This is something that makes you feel good temporarily. But guess what? It's not going to take away that inner child. It's not going to help that inner child that's hurting. Only temporarily. It takes away the pain. But have you dealt with what is really causing you that problem? And that's the difference between coping and healing. Stop coping and start healing.
I love it. I love it.
The work. And
she do your work.
Lady, she is a coach. You can tell. You see hey, I'm up here like, okay.
And if you notice that the key word is accountability. I just love it.
Accountability.
Accountability. You got to be accountable for your actions.
And you got to want to do the work. We have
to do
to
the work. Yeah.
As we were talking, you got to continue the work. It's like it's a continuing thing. It's not, you don't just go to a therapist. You stay with a therapist for just like, you don't, sometimes we go to the doctor and we may not see that doctor again. We may not go back, but things are still going on. So at least, because our mind never forgets anything.
Well, I think, as far as like what Shar was saying, a person, you just have to be brave enough. You just have to be brave enough to say, okay, I can't just put a Band-Aid on it. It's going to hurt. It's deep, but I got to be brave. I got to face it, because on the other side, I'll come out better.
There you go, Kathy.
Healing is a lifestyle, just like your diet. You're not going to just, you can manage your diet, but it has to be a lifestyle. If you don't look at it as a lifestyle, then you're not going to lose the weight.
No, you're not.
It has to be a lifestyle. So we got to look at it like that.
Yes. Amen. I want to ask you, I was talking to one of our sisters today, and as we speak, she's at a funeral, and it's almost a double because her friend, her soror, passed, and also her mother had passed. So how do we start having conversations about grief and sadness? Because we have so much of it. We have so many things that happen all of a sudden. We have so many of our young men, our children, our young women that are just shot, by accident. How do we deal with this?
You know what? We gotta start, just being blunt and asking the question, in my opinion. For example, I'm good at asking people, how are you feeling on a scale from 1 to 10? Where's your grief at today? Because that's a quick and easy way to get people to talk about it. We know that people are dealing with grief. We know that. But sometimes you just have to be blunt and upfront and ask the question, how is your grief on a scale from 1 to 10? How are you dealing with that today? And just start having that question, and people will give you an answer. And you have to be firm, let them know eye to eye. Put them in a safe environment, where there's no distractions, and ask people to come and have a cup of coffee, or, look at somebody, engage them, and draw them to the couch. Like, get to the point where we are having these safe conversations in safe places so that people feel safe being vulnerable. But you have to ask. And I know a lot of people, even in my family, like, we don't even talk about it. And that's a trigger for me. Is that, we just, grandma passed, we all miss her. Where, how are y'all doing? Right. We don't even ask each other how we're doing.
We don't, right.
And then, not to mention, I have so many sensitive people in my family that it's difficult to ask because they might run away. And it's like, what is going on? Like, they can't handle it, but you're suffering in silence and you can't even have the conversation.
Right.
We got to be more open. People have to just be more open, because you're not going to heal if you're hiding and running.
In other words, that Band-Aid is still on, and you got to eventually take that Band-Aid off so it can get some air, and so it can heal. That's the way our body heals, so that's the way our mind heals as well. I see that now. That is.
Hey, Shar, I have a question for you. How do we handle the situation where our young kids are seeing their classmates lead them through all the crime and all the killings that is happening in our community? These babies are suffering. They're in pain. What is happening? What can we do to help them through this process? For we know it's not going to go away. It's just, but we got to be sensitive to it. And I think we're all getting numb to the fact that this is just almost common every day. So how can we help a young person who's dealing with grief?
You know what? In my opinion, it starts at home, but it's also each one teach one. I work at a boarding school and we don't have enough resources. My students, my 11th grade girls, are lucky enough to have a counselor that is also a life coach, and I have an ear to hear and I can see, what they're struggling with. And I have students that feel comfortable coming to me to talk about my grandmother just passed, or my brother was in a drive-by shooting and he's dead, or this happened to my cousin, my father's been in prison. I hear it all. I hear it all. Kids do not talk to people that they do not feel safe talking to, period. I work at a school that has 400 kids and they're all African American. Guess what? We have 2 mental health counselors. We have a doctor and a mental health counselor, Caucasian. My students don't talk to them. My students told me that I don't want to talk to her or him. They don't feel safe. So we have people in positions that cannot reach our kids. That's a problem. That's a problem. So we, like I said, to me, it starts at home. We got to look at our kids. We have to know what is going on. We have to talk to them. We have to let them know that their friends are not necessarily a safe place. I just had a student telling another student to fight her boyfriend. Like, no, you cannot fight your boyfriend. That is not the answer. That's not who you go to get good sound advice. And I had to just tell the girl, listen, never let a boy tell you twice that he don't want you. I had to sit her down and talk to what was really going on. Fighting is not the answer. So, again, it starts at home. And I don't think this girl felt safe talking to her mom because she's yelling, talking about, I gave you all of me and now you don't want to be with me. So you know, again, to me, it just starts at home. We have to be aware of what our kids are doing, because the people at school, we can't heal your kids, especially if they don't come to us. And again, it has to be a safe place. Kids are hurting. They're denying. They're coping. They're not healing. They're coping. My students are numb. They're angry. You know, they're frustrated. Things are not going their way. They're in an ineffective cycle. They don't understand inner child trauma. They just don't understand. And, you know, because they have a life coach as a counselor, and I'm a house mom of 11th grade girls' house, you know, they get something different. I teach character education. And a lot of the things that I hear them talking about in the bathroom and in our common areas, I put into a character education so that we can deal with things head on. So they feel safe because they know I know all their business, because they don't know how to whisper. But we have to start at home if you really want to get to your kids, because other than that, we're praying that somebody comes and saves our kids.
Right.
We need more resources in the schools. We don't have the resources that we really need to really make that impact. There are so many kids that are numb and suffering in silence, and nobody is really helping them, because in that case, we rely on the kids to feel safe to come and talk.
I see the response from Dr. Khan's, who is in the classroom as well, and she sees it day in and day out. So she can relate to exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, every person that I know that's working in the schools, they're giving horror stories of what they're going through on a daily basis. And these are from little second graders on up. You know, it's starting very, very young with the attitudes and longitudes, and you can't tell me, you know, they come there with it already.
That part. And that's why I say it starts at home, because my school starts from 6th to 12th grade, and our 6th grade population is over sexualized. They're traumatized. They're looking for love. They're cursing every other word that comes out of their mouth. Like we didn't create this. They came like this.
Right.
So we're coming in handicapped. Really,
they're screaming out as soon as they come through the door. They are screaming because they're finally, it seems as though they're coming out the house and they're looking for help. In their minds, they don't know how to process what they've been through, and then they get to school and they can't even focus on their work because the brain is still screaming for what they bring into the classroom. And who gets it but the instructors and those persons that are watching over there? Because this is what I hear for every person that I know that's in the school system.
But I just think it could be a situation where funding could be available for parents, you know, or education could be available for parents so they can understand how to, you know, help themselves and also how to help their children.
And Kathy, that point is so well taken, because you got to look at the root of it. Where is this all coming from? And it's coming from the household. What these kids see is what they're experiencing.
I have a question. Do they still have PTAs? Does that still exist?
We have, it's not necessarily called a PTA.
I know they'll change the name. What is it?
Yeah, that's old school. But it's a little organization within the school where parents, it's like a parent committee. I forget what they call it, but it's like a parent committee. But there's not that many people in there. So it's not really effective.
Seemed to me that in my mind, I'm just thinking that would be the perfect place to, when parents are coming to see about their children, for them to have a class right there on how to deal with, you know, how to help.
Linda, they're coping too. So they're trying to come out.
And they need help. And that's
they're hurting too.
They need help.
So they don't want to be surrounded other people. They're hurting, and everybody else in the room is hurting at the same time. And so what they do, they don't show up.
And then a lot of times too, you know, parents say this: what goes on in this house stays in this house, and don't you say anything about what we doing.
That's true. That is so true. So they come here and fear because they've already been taught that they can't even tell it.
No.
So now you got more pressure on that child. They going through, and now you saying you better not tell nobody.
Yeah, and
you see the note from Dr. Cox. Can we bring that back up again?
Yeah, she had something.
She said very scarcely PTAs are largely driven by the administration. And if the administration is not invested in the program, then it's not going to move.
Right.
And
absolutely. And as a grief coach, seeing students who are grieving and supporting them, as a side job at work, I have offered to be able to have like a grief group for students, and also to be able to come into the classroom, like advocating to make it a period or a requirement, because I'm so invested that I'm willing to do that. But I didn't feel heard at the table. I just didn't feel heard at the table. And so, to her point, that if the administrators and the people who can make those changes are not invested, it's not going to come. Yet we have 400 students. They're all dealing with trauma.
Yes.
All of them. But we're not serving them. And we have 2 Caucasian mental health specialists that our African American students are not drawn to. They're not attracted to them.
Right.
So they're really not getting help. They really help the middle schoolers. The middle schoolers are really utilizing those services. However, if you don't feel connected, then you're not sharing. So you're just going to therapy, but you're not sharing. That's what I'm getting from what my students have been telling me. I'm not talking to that lady. She can't help me. She just got me coloring. She just got me doing stuff, and she keep asking me the same questions. And that's something that helped me to get into life coach school, because my students said, you help us more than the therapists do. But the only reason why is because they can relate to me.
Right.
Yeah.
They trust me. It's not that I'm doing anything extra than what doctor is doing. It's that they can relate to me and they can trust me, and I'm a safe space. And if we can't offer that to our students, we can't expect them to get the help that they really need to get the transformation, because again, we're giving coping skills, but nobody's getting growth and transformation. It's a difference.
Yes.
It's a difference. Everybody's in survival mode.
Yeah.
Coping skills.
Everybody is, from the teacher, the students, everybody's in survival mode. So it's like you go into war. As soon as you go to school, it's like everybody's looking, everybody, the tension is there. Then you have a fear of these persons who don't belong to the school, and they're roaming around the schools, and they have guns, and they're intimidating, and you have to worry about drugs. I feel for my teachers and persons like you.
We have to talk. We have also talked to our politicians. We have to talk to our politicians too. We can't just be saying, "Oh, this is what's going on in the school. What a shame." I mean, we have to reach out to politicians. They are the ones. Our tax dollars are paying their salaries.
That's right.
We just have to get out here and let them know what's going on and what are they going to do about it.
Yes.
The deaf ear has a lot of people in education like me that are ready to run.
Yeah.
But we have to be prepared. Nobody can just jump out the window of a career.
Right.
We have to be prepared to run. But I feel like, the work I do is very meaningful, but God is calling me higher. But I can do more on the outside, I believe, than I can on the inside, because again, I have to stay in my lane.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Kathy had a good point when she mentioned the fact that they're cutting funds. Okay.
Yeah.
So the politicians need to step up the game on this, because if they're talking about cutting funds, then it's nothing but a stack of dominoes. It's going to go back, back, and back. And who is it going to impact?
Our kids.
Right. And the teachers, because it affects them too. It definitely, they got to go home to their families. They have to leave every day with this in their mind. They got to armor up just to go to school. Yeah. Just go to work.
Look what Dante says.
What Dante say? Also, COVID did a number to these kids. Dante's working in the system now. Yeah. He sees it. He knows those children that are going through COVID. It's like, it's amazing.
Yeah. Well, COVID did a number on everybody.
Everybody's got over that. That were stuck at home. They did
going through something right now. Okay.
Imagine the school 2019,
aftermath
2020, 2021 was terrible on our children.
Yes.
Especially those who had never been to school before. It's like they hadn't got a chance to even be in school, so they're right there at home with a parent who was not trained to train them.
Yes, and the teachers are getting younger and younger now.
Yes.
No disrespect, because it's a lot of them that's holding their own. Like they are coming in holding their own. But again, when your teacher is, you know, looks like you, because a lot of them do now. You know, the respect level's different, and all these kids, for the most part, challenge you first before they let the guard down and take it easy on you.
Yeah.
Everybody is tested. Everybody. You've got to be strong to survive.
Wow.
Yeah, you gotta be strong. Like you said, the children, they test you too. Like they test you first, but grown-ups do the same thing. Like not just the parents, but people out here in society, they do the same thing. Like they test you, and then once they find you all right or something like that, it's all good. But I'm thinking that still comes back from that coping thing. It's like, who do I let in? Who do I talk to?
Yeah.
Are they okay?
Dante say that's a fact. You know, it's a fact.
Yes.
You know, you have to at the door. As soon as they get to the door, you know, your education professionals, they are tested.
Yes, they are.
They are tested.
Well, you talk about tested. I mean, some of the stuff that I see these kids do and have seen them do. If we tried that back in the, I'm old school. Okay, all of us on here is old school, right?
Right.
If we tried to do what these kids are doing today, I would not be sitting here with you.
No, because you know they had yardsticks
taken out of here.
They had belts. They had everything, and they and you get a mouth lashing too, and you got punished. You got punished. You can't even punish these kids. It's like.
But I think also you have back then you had community too. You had if the neighbors saw you do something, you was gonna get in trouble.
You had support from the parents.
Yeah, it seems like now. It seems like now the parents, they don't have community like that, like they used to, like we did.
No,
they don't.
You know,
we have parents that have come to the school to fight teachers.
Right.
See?
They come to fight kids.
Right.
We have had it all. But that just shows you that the parents are hurting too.
Yes.
And we should be able, as the private public school that we are, we should make it a mandatory for students to get parenting classes. And to be able to get grief services and just different things to be able to help their mental health, because again, it starts at home, and home is not a safe place for a lot of kids.
Exactly. Well, that's why I brought up PTA, because I'm saying that's what's needed. And when they come to school, or a special time just for the parents to come to school without the kids, whatever. But if they're coming to the PTA to check on them, but they need checking too. It has to that meeting is going to have to be a little bit longer, because you have to arm the parents. We need to arm our parents now.
And we're not making it mandatory. If we made it mandatory, we would have a community.
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
And I'm not talking about stressing out the parents would come in every week or nothing, but once a month or once every 2 months, you need to be in this class.
Yes.
So that we can start creating community. It starts somewhere, and we haven't started it.
Yeah.
That's a problem everywhere.
We have to arm our parents. That's the bottom line, because it's starting at home. But they're frustrated because they have so many of their own issues and things that they're dealing with, their own life that they're dealing with, and they're trying to raise those kids the best way they can.
I work at a boarding school, so we have these people's kids from Sunday night to Friday morning when they go home Friday after school. We have parents that drop their kids off for the week sick and everything. You know, we got a lot of parents that just want to drop the kids off. We feed them, we take care of them, we provide for them. They don't answer the phone when we can't get the kids to do certain things, you know. So the support system is incomplete. You know, so you know, we're just dealing with more than what we can handle, but with the power that we have, we got to use it.
Yes.
And you got the people that make the decisions that do not deal with the kids face to face, and they don't really understand the struggle, and they don't hear us when we're talking.
That's
Mhm.
right.
That's the problem.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
on ground zero.
That's right. That's right.
And you got a plan and you on zero. It's like, oh my goodness. Well, I know, boy, this hour is going by fast. Are
It
there any
is.
currencies, anything you want, or we'll just continue this conversation to the end? You know, we're going to have to bring you back again because, you know, we probably have to bring you under education and mentoring under Charlene. We might have to bring you back because this is a topic that's so strong and it needs to be identified and we need to find some healing, and we have to know how to continue this conversation. You know, our students are in a mental crisis, our parents are in a mental crisis, our teachers are in a mental crisis, even the psychologists and persons who are dealing with, who are paid to be dealing with them, they are in a crisis.
Yes.
So
that's the problem.
That is the problem.
That's the chaos. But you know what the real problem is?
What?
Where's God in our heart? Where's God in our mind? Where's God in our thoughts? Where's God in our actions? This is an unchurched generation.
Yes.
Yes.
So it makes it even harder.
Yeah.
It makes it even harder.
The parents have lost God in their life. So therefore their children have lost God in their life. And that is our creator. So if they don't have that, then no one has nothing to draw on to pray. You know, so yes, I believe that is part of the problem.
And another thing, the Bible says, let this mind be in you that is also in Christ Jesus.
Yes.
What's in all these minds everywhere? Because all of that untapped hurt is causing the problem. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yes. We have to reprogram.
The demon spirit is there. It is around our children. It is around the homes. It's everywhere. It's in the streets, we know, because they would be dying unnecessarily and being injured unnecessarily if those principalities exist. And we have to believe that.
And that's the root that I don't want to ignore. Is God. We are missing the source.
Yes.
Yeah.
We talk around it, just like the coping instead of healing. Coping is not healing.
No.
God, source is healing.
Yes.
So we got to get back to God. The Bible teaches us, it gives us the principles that we need to live by. Amen. Bible, basic instruction before leaving earth. Bible, basic instruction before leaving earth. If we're not living by that, then what are we creating out here?
Yes.
What are we creating? So we got to stop. People have to get back to source. God is source.
That's right.
God, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Yes, not the universal, God.
Yeah.
We don't have a one size fits all God. You gotta.
You only have one.
People have found so many more, sources outside of God.
That's right. Yes, they have.
That's a problem.
That's a problem.
That's a problem.
Coach Shar, you have said a mouthful.
She has been
a heart full, and we thank you so much for taking the time to share your love and you with us. Yeah. You definitely are the coach, because I'm all revved up now. I'm ready.
Me too. I'm fired up.
Let me tell you, I better not go in the classroom tomorrow. But I hope and I want everybody in our audience to share this with 4 people. Please share this with as this is Mother's Day. We got to have that conversation. This Mother's Day coming. Share it with the people that you're around. Don't keep it a secret. Love on your children. Let your children love on you. Talk to them about what's going on in school. Ask them what's going on with their neighbor and their friends, because they need to know. You have to ask them. And I like when you said on about the grief thing. That's even the same thing we could do for our children. Between 1 and 5, where are you? 1 and 10, what's going on? How you feeling in school? Give me a 1 to 10. We got to open the door And that's just not saying, because they're going to say, I don't know. If you just say,
Oh, yeah, Lord. That's their favorite
I don't
thing.
know.
I don't know.
So I like when you added on that number, because that gives them a little bit more to that little edge. That gives me something to ask, instead of saying, oh, well, how you doing? Well, how you doing from 1 to 10? So then we know how
I not want to know.
Yeah, we want to know, and that kind of stretches it out so they can't say I don't know. Hopefully. But thank you so much, Shar, and we definitely we will continue this conversation. God bless you as you work with our families every single day. And your training is marvelous, and we need you to train us as well. So we're gonna talk about this a little bit more in health and wellness. We're gonna thank you so much, and God bless you. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you, Shar.
Enjoy your day. Please kick your feet up and add a few more candles and aromatherapy.
Yeah, get some more tea.
Yes, and more tea. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, ladies. Remember this: stop coping, start healing. That's the problem.
Start healing. That's it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
God bless you too, Shar.
Oh my God.
Wow, that was powerful.
What a show. Wow. What a lady. What a lady. I want to thank Coach Shar for coming again, and thank you all for tuning in. And again, I say, spread the word, send this out to as many people as you can throughout the week, because we got to start this conversation. And as you have your children and your grandchildren, we have to ask them the question. So thank you, Kathy, for sitting in for a while.
And I just want to tell you real quick, the first time I was on the show where I met Coach Shar, and Coach Shar is so powerful, I introduced her to my friend that was dealing with a lot of grief. And let me tell you something, Coach Shar and both of them working together, my friend has got her life back. So even if we're dealing with the children, people, contact Coach Shar.
Yeah. And that's what this network is all about. This is what we do. Sisters for Sisters Network. This is what we do. We are a net, and we help each other. Trust me, I've had so many sisters to help me. Well, ladies, I want you all to enjoy your rest of your day. Enjoy Mother's Day. What time is it?
What time is it, Lynn?
It's time for you.
It's
walk in your purpose
and prosperity.
Yes. Love you all. Happy Mother's Day, and
happy Mother's Day.
Have a good one. Love you guys.
Love you.
Love you guys. Thanks for
having me.
See you next week.